let me ask people out there: do they think the mob is anything what it used to be even 30 years ago?
Well,
Not and
no, I could speak to I know a lot of guys in business who's in construction or has certain businesses that are generally respectfully infested by the mob.
mhm.
And there's no like knock on the door. There's no, hey, you got to use this garbage guy. The garbage went to waste management. They took that over.
Right, that was a while back.
Construction, like for example, in the 80s and 90s, it was either you had to use union because this guy,
Mhm.
or if you were non-union, you had to, you had to whatever. Now I know a lot of construction guys. I'm like, give it a knock on the door. They're like, no, like, we're doing some pretty big things.
Right.
So I don't think at this point. I think the power is not there. And we talked about this earlier, and there's debates on what was kind of like the main reason of I guess the downfall of the mob, especially in New York.
Right.
Give us your opinion of that. I'll give my opinion from the business end, but give me your opinion on what was the real downfall of the mob.
Um, surveillance is one. I said nepotism. I'm
Yeah.
always going to say nepotism
Yeah,
is two. And that's it. Long jail sentences. The RICO Act. That's
yeah, but then
deals. If people are flipping over looking at 5 years in jail.
yeah.
Not life, not 15, 25. I mean,
But here's the thing though. So again, me being kind of me, the Calabrian mob in Canada, the Sicilian mob in Canada, the Sicilian mob itself regrouped. You got the Calabrians, $50 billion a year. You got Camorra coming around in terms of now getting global. They're starting to move out and making real money. Like other Italian organizations, like you figure the opposite. America is a land of opportunity. The
yeah.
most money's been made here, the biggest opportunity. But the antithesis happened. The Italian organized crime groups grew.
Hmm.
Calabrians are in fucking 6 continents. Right?
Yeah.
The Canada, shit, like there's killings
Yeah,
every
but
day.
how many of them based out of New York are growing?
But that's my point. My point is
Yeah.
why like so like it's not, how do I say this? It's not an Italian thing, because if it's an Italian thing, they all would go down. It's an Italian American thing.
Yeah, I mean, the cops are doing their job.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, the feds are getting, they're good at the game.
What about when Sal Vitale flipped? He was an underboss.
Yes.
So and then obviously Messina
He was like shelved at the time for a second, but he was an underboss.
yeah.
And they had gotten into a falling out like a year and a half to 2 years before he was locked up. Sal was locked up.
But like when was it? And I'm guessing maybe when Messina flipped. But when was it? And at this point, you're out, you're living your life or whatever. But what was like the nail in the coffin? Like when was it for Frank Fiordilino? It's like this shit's done. Like was it when Messina flipped? Like
It was my 2 minutes. That's what it was. I tell everybody. I went to they were looking for ballistics, the special kind of prints. Okay, the feds. So I had to go to this building to go get these prints. They were prints that would take your the bottom of your hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are they still looking for prints in my case? So I'm kind of getting aggravated, but I'm like, all right. So as we go there, I go with my 2 lawyers, and they're there, and they're supervising me, and they're just staring at me. And then, tit for tat, I said, just give me a good plea bargain, whatever, and I'm taking whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them gets up and goes, no, because I know you did it. And you could keep talking fuck you want, and I know you did it. There's not. So why are you taking these prints? We're not talking to you no more. I said, black and white, we talk. And it was like 6 days before trial.
But that's my point, though. And I'm not. It is what it is.
I broke. It was the 2
But
minutes.
you broke 6 days before.